Tearing out pieces of me to replace the broken pieces of you. Tearing out. Hello, wealthy family, and welcome to today's video. Thank you for coming and sharing some time with me. I love and appreciate you all. So, I was going to talk about psychedelics today, but instead we're going to talk about money. Okay, that's one of my favorite topics, and today's Thursday. It is the money day, so we're going to talk about how to be good with money, because it's still the beginning of the new year and people are trying to budget. I know they're trying to amp up um, the inflation, and your taxes aren't going to be as high as they once were, and people may be stressing out and spazzing about money. It's just something they're trying to do to work the energy. Okay, don't fall for it. Don't fall for that trap. All right. So we are going to talk about how to be good with money, how to budget. For those of you who don't know, for 3 years I was heavy in the financial industry. I taught financial education. I did seminars, workshops. I spoke at conventions. I've won awards. I had offices in multiple cities. I had a team of people working under me. So I was in the financial game for a while, for a long time. Um, and the only reason why I shifted from that and moved into Ascending Infinite Goddess was because I realized I could talk about money all day. I could sit down and help people budget. And I was sitting with people who had seven figures. Like, I was dealing with millionaires, okay? But if the mindset wasn't right, it did nothing. It made no difference. It made no difference. So I started moving more into Ascending Infinite Goddess, and then when the pandemic hit, then I just closed my offices and was like, whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna give up all the goods. All right, I have my little form here that I used to use, a financial needs analysis, where it breaks down and gives you the budget. I'm gonna give it all up. Like, I'm giving it up, because this is something you all need to know, and nobody can claim ignorance once the information is there. Okay? In this age of information, ignorance is a choice. And if I keep looking down, I apologize. Baby's on camera because he's sleeping, so I need to make sure if he gets up, I can go. All right? So, first thing first, to be good with money, you gotta have a money mindset. You have to have the mindset of money can flow to you easily. It is not difficult to have. It is not a burden. It's not a stressor. It's not something that you have to always grumble about. Money can come quickly and easily to you, right? Not just by the lottery, not just by stocks, not just by crypto, not just by loans, not just by old bank accounts that you forgot about, not just by closing certain things and now you got a check in the mail for the refund. Money can come to you in so many different ways. Please open up your mind and stop closing off the avenues, okay? My neighbor, tell him all the time, all right? Sometimes when I get my mail, I'll get his mail because we live on a hill, and sometimes it'd be difficult going up and down the hill. So whenever I do that, I bring it to him. He's like, man, you can keep that junk mail, or you can keep them bills. That's all that come in my mailbox. And I'm like, shit, all that come in my box is money, right? I stay getting checks. The other day, my husband and I just got a couple of checks in the mail from insurance plan that we had on our phones that we closed out. I mean, it was a couple bucks, but shit, that was lunch, right? So I'm grateful for all of it. So change your money mindset, okay? Know that money can come to you from many different avenues. A wonderful affirmation, one that I use constantly, is I am an abundant being and I'm open to all avenues of money coming my way, okay? I am open to receive all of the abundance that is stored up for me in the universe, right? I've told you my money prayer. Every time I use money, because we don't spend, every time I use money, all of the money that I use returns to me in a never-ending cycle of increase and enjoyment forever. Amen. Okay? Ashe. Exclamation point. So let it be. Whatever you want to end it with. Okay? But that is what I say. I expect a tenfold return on everything that I do. So it ain't nothing. I'll be like, oh, you need this? Got it. Boom. Boom. Whatever. It's nothing. Because money is just energy. And I am an abundant being. My energy is abundant. and it just flows to me all the time, right? So that is one thing. You got to change your mindset. And that's not how I was raised. Listen, I was raised by a single mom. She had 4 children. She had health issues. My dad was non existent. He did not help out whatsoever. He was busy taking care of his other families. Okay. Like, we were the foundation. My mom and her set of children were the first. And then, well, shit, the first 3, my siblings were the first 3. And then he had 2 more in between my older sister and I. And then I came along, right? But by then, they were already getting divorced when I was a baby. So he wasn't really much of a help, is what I'm trying to say. So we went pillar to post. We moved a lot. We stayed with relatives. Finally, when I was in my early teens, my mom was able to buy a house, and we got settled here and situated there in that space, and things got a little more stable. It wasn't as difficult for her. But even now, her health has taken a toll. She had to stop working because of it. She didn't have a great nest egg saved up because she couldn't save because she was taking care of children. Okay? So I'm just telling you my background and where it is I came from. I did a lot. I traveled a lot, but that's because we had a lot of connections. Our name was very good. Okay? So we had a lot of connections, and that's another thing. Never, fuck up the plug. Keep your plugs intact, right? Because you never know who's going to come back around and help you money wise, right? You never know who's going to be able to be that avenue or be that door opening for you. So shift your mindset. I could have stayed in that impoverished, right? I see how some of my siblings and other family members have kind of stayed in that impoverished mentality, coupled with the religious aspect of God doesn't want you to have a lot of material things and you should be a pauper and things like that, right? I even see people in the conscious community or the spiritual community that don't go after a lot of money because they're like, money is the root of all. Yeah, I can't even finish that sentence, right? Money is the root of all energetic transactions. Okay? You live in this matrix. You can't live in no house without no money. You can't have a car without no money. Okay? Even if you don't have a car payment, you need to put gas, oil, change your tires, make sure your water right, have washer fluid, like cut it out. Okay, so money is a necessity. You got to eat in this mug and your smile ain't getting it. Okay, you got to have money. So cut it out. It's an important thing, and enough of us are not talking about it. When you saw what happened with the pandemic, you saw within 2 weeks people were at food banks. Oh, there goes baby. Okay, 1 second. And if you have a little one, if you have children, you sure as hell need some money. Okay, so let's go. Let's get into this questionnaire. Now, this is things that you can do to budget to help have a better understanding of money, of how it works. And if you stick to this, if you stay disciplined, you will start to see your money management skills go up 100%. All right. Now, it may be difficult at first, but I always say break it down by the dollar. So even when I make, like right now, my services are 28% off, and my website, www.ascendinginfinitegoddess.com, because it's my birthday month, okay? My birthday is February 28th, so I said, what better way to celebrate this magnificence? Oh, look at your bed hair. Look at what better way to celebrate the magnificence that I am by other than giving a sale, right? So I hope I got that off right. So I'm doing a sale. All prices are reflected already. There's no discount code needed for all my services. And you don't have to schedule for the next available. I have people scheduling me for March. Okay, my calendar is open for the whole entire year. So schedule what you need to schedule, right? I have my regulars and they're like, shoot, I'm going to book the whole, every single month appointment at this kind of price. And that's fine. If that's what you want to do, we cool. Okay. So with me, with every dollar that I make, every appointment that I make, I break it down, right? 10% goes here, 10% goes here. I don't care if I only make $10. A dollar, which is 10%, goes to the savings. Another dollar goes to the long term. Another $2 goes to my hobbies. Another $3 goes to my food, right? And I break it down that way. It's easier to break it down by the dollar, okay? Because sometimes your paychecks fluctuate, all right? But anyway, here's this. So you want to know how much your monthly income is. You got to know your cash flow. All right. So how much are you bringing in versus how much are you paying out? All right. If you are married or you have a partner and you all are combined, if you combine your income, and I'm not just saying, oh, here, Johnny, here's $100. No. Do you have a joint bank account? Do you all pay things together? If not, then you need to do this separately. You've got to be real. When it comes to money, you got to be real with yourself. You have to have a reality check. You cannot be living in the clouds, okay? So your income, okay, or your household's income versus your household expenses. Now, the expenses that you need to calculate, child support or alimony, it's a real thing. If you have retirement or a pension that comes out before you, like your 401k, you need to calculate that too. How much is your mortgage or your rent? Do you have a second mortgage on your house, right? Or a loan? If you have short-term loans, you need to calculate that in your short-term budget, okay? Do you have HOA fees? A lot of people do. Do you have renter's insurance or homeowner's insurance? What are your utilities? Electric, gas, water, cable, internet. Streaming services fall up underneath cable, okay? Cell phone, how much do you pay for that? Do you have a car payment, a boat payment, a motorcycle payment, right? I use transportation. What do you do for that, okay? Travel expenses. What is your life insurance? Are you paying for life insurance? How much are you paying for it? Okay. Do you have a long-term care policy? Do you have a disability policy? You need to calculate that. Okay. How much do you pay for health insurance? If you don't pay anything, well, even better, right? But you need to make sure you're breaking all this down. Do you have a disability plan, right? Sometimes people who own businesses have those special plans. Do you have auto insurance? How much are you paying for that? Do you have a gym membership, a health club, or a standing spa appointment? Okay. Oh my God, my cousin gave me, oh, she gave me a spa, a massage at Me Spa. Oh my God, that shit was fire. Anyway, but I can't do that every month because it was expensive, right? But do you have a membership to that? Do you have student loans that you pay on every month? Okay. Even if you don't pay on it every month, you should still calculate it in your debt. But how much is your student loans? Okay. Do you have medical bills that you're paying on? If not, if you do but you're not paying on it, you still need to calculate it, okay? And credit cards. So many times people forget their credit cards. What is your credit cards and the interest that's on it so you can calculate it, okay? Now those are fixed monthly bills. That's something that's not going to change. Now your variable, you can give me a range with this. Your groceries, how much are you spending in groceries? How much do you spend in childcare every month? What do you pay to get your hair done, nails done, eyelashes, haircuts for my guys, right? Grooming, dry cleaning as well. How much do you spend on that? How much do you spend on gas, okay? Give yourself a range. What do you spend on entertainment, which is eating out? I've had people that were like, oh yeah, I spent $1,000 in groceries. I said, how much do you spend eating out? Oh, I don't eat out often, maybe 4 or 5 times a month. And after we calculate it, they're spending $2,000 on eating out. Okay, so that's an expense right there that sometimes overlaps. Food in this country, oh my God, we love our food. And a lot of times we're wasteful. Okay, so if you kind of break that down, it'll be a bit better for you. And then, do you have church tithes that you pay? Do you have donations that you pay? Do you have charities that you do? Okay, now you want to break down your savings. Rule of thumb, you should have at least 3 months worth of expenses, your fixed expenses, saved up in your savings. If you don't have that, you got to break that down. Okay, do you have any taxable investments, mutual funds, CDs, bonds, Roth IRAs, right? Stuff like that. Well, Roth IRAs aren't taxable per se, but do you have those investments? You want to know what's in those accounts. So many times we have these accounts and we don't even know what's in it. Okay, so you want to break all that down, and then you want to break down your percentages. So 60% should go to living expenses, 10% should go to savings, 10% another 10% should go to your retirement or your long-term savings. Okay, another 10% should go towards your hobbies, your entertainment, your splurges, your shopping, and the last 10% should go towards investments. Okay, how to make your money turn over for you, stocks, bonds, real estate, whatever. That's how your monthly budget should be. All right. And if you can't fall into that, if you got to kind of break it up and do 70%, 5%, 5%, 10, 10, that's fine. But at least have a general rule of thumb of how your money is going. A lot of time people just get their check and they're like, oop, gotta pay that, oop, gotta pay that, oop, gotta pay that. Damn, I'm down to $20 to the next check. Right? You got to have a budget so you can see how certain things are going and it will work out a lot better for you. Okay? So be on top of your stuff, be on top of your game. I'm gonna go take care of little man, right? His sleep schedule is off because, he wanna rock out with mommy and daddy all night. But we're gonna go take care of him right now. And I appreciate you all. Make sure you be on top of your money game. You make the money, don't make the money make you. Alright? And until we connect again, stay alert, stay aware, and live in love. Peace. You gonna say bye? You gonna wave? You gonna wave? No, you being shy. Oh, my little Valentine's baby. All right, later, y'all.